Hey guys, it's Ilya Miguel from Toy Quest 101 and it's Morphin time.
That's right, it is the 30-year anniversary of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and Ironstudios went really big for this episode because they sent us all 9 of their Power Rangers statues to create this amazing diorama that we're going to be unboxing and reviewing for you guys today during Autism Awareness Month.
And that episode's going to start right now.
Hey guys, welcome back to this episode of That Geek Statue Show right here on Toy Quest 101. Now we have a jam-packed episode for you guys because like we said earlier, Ironstudios sent us the entire line of their Power Ranger statues to create this amazing diorama that we're going to show you later on the show in honor of the 30-year anniversary of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and their new Netflix special 30-year reunion, The Power Rangers Once and Always, that airs today right on Netflix, and of course for Autism Awareness Month. Ileana, what do you think about these amazing statues that you see here?
Well, I just want to say thank you so much, Ironstudios, for sending us these amazing Power Rangers statues, and I'm just so excited to unbox them. I think they're incredible.
That's right. Now, before we start, we want to remind you guys to subscribe to Toy Quest 101, and don't forget to hit that notifications bell so you don't miss any toy reviews, statue unboxings, or any celebrity guests that might pop up on our show. Now, as always, we're going to start with the boxes here. The boxes are incredible art boxes. As you can see, all the statues are in front and around the box, and the colors coordinate to the Power Rangers themselves, which I thought that was cool. And not only do we have the original Power Rangers, but we do have the Green Ranger and the White Ranger, and we also have Zordon, which is the center of the diorama, and their newest Power Ranger to join the lineup, which is Alpha 5, Zordon's assistant. And I cannot wait to get these guys out of the boxes and unbox and show you this amazing diorama. And enough about that, let's get to unboxing them.
Hey guys, welcome back. Man, that was a lot of work, but it was worth it. And here's our Power Rangers lineup from Ironstudios, unboxed and put together. Dad, what do you think?
Man, this is absolutely incredible. As we unboxed these, I just kept freaking out even more and more because it just came together perfectly. And we have the entire setup here. The original Power Rangers from the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, from the Power Rangers themselves to Zordon and even Alpha 5. And it looks absolutely stunning. Now, let's talk about the Power Rangers and let's talk about each and every one that we have here and what it comes with. So the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers debuted in August 28th of 1993, and it helped launch the Fox Kids programming block of the 1990s, and as a result became a huge fan favorite and generated $6 billion in toys. And man, it was so popular. I remember growing up watching these series on Fox, and I absolutely loved it. My personal favorite was absolutely Tommy the Green Ranger and the Dragon Zord. He was the best for me, but all the Power Rangers were really cool, and every week you just had to tune in to see who and what monster they would fight next, and it was just really, really cool. Now, you could still see some of these episodes on Netflix. Now, the Power Rangers evolved to other Rangers as time went on, but there's nothing more nostalgic than the original Power Rangers like the ones that we have here. And remember, guys, it's 30 years of Power Rangers, so tune into Netflix to watch the new Power Rangers series once and always. And I'm excited for that, to see it tonight right after this show. So let's start with these Rangers. Again, this is the entire setup from Ironstudios and even their latest one, Alpha 5. So let's begin with Alpha 5. So I love Alpha 5, man. He looks really, really cool. Now this was Zordon's helper. He's the one who communicated to the Power Rangers to call them in for action. Now, Eliana, what can you tell me about Alpha 5?
I love the colors on him, especially the gold, and I love the base. The base is really cool. I mean, he looks absolutely amazing. I love it.
That's right. Now, he looks really cool. He's standing there next to his computer, and he looks like, you know, looks really cool, right? He has his pose going on, and this is a complimentary piece to the diorama, and you could put this anywhere near it, and it just makes sense. I absolutely love it. Now, this is the newest one from their line of Power Rangers, and he looks cool. Of course, he's a robot. He has his reds, his golds, and like I said, his station where he goes ahead and calls the Power Rangers is here, which is really, really cool. He's got his computer and stuff, and he looks pretty neat, man. I really like it. Again, the gold stands out, and I love that all the bases complement the diorama, and it just looks like it's a part of it, right? Now, the cool thing about this statue line, guys, is that you could buy these separately, or you could collect them all to create this diorama. If you don't want to buy all of them, you could go ahead and just buy your favorite Power Ranger and have them stand alone in your display, kind of like Alpha 5 is here. And I like that about the bases, because the bases, even though they do come apart, like for example here, they do show that they did the details on the inside where it does connect to the diorama, just in case you do want to buy it separately. Now, I absolutely love that about this. Ironstudios definitely kills the game with their dioramas. That's their bread and butter, and this is a perfect example of what they do. Now, let's continue on with the rest of the Power Rangers. Let's go ahead with the Pink Ranger. Now, the Pink Ranger is super cool. She has her pink, obviously. She was known as the pterodactyl, right? And she has her bow, and she's kind of got her foot up on her display. And she's one of the bigger boxes that came in, because her piece does have one of the towers with the rings around them. It has about 4 blue rings and the green ring here. But she looks really cool because she's posing with her bow and arrow, and I think that's really, really cool. Diana, what do you think?
I really love it, especially how she poses with the arrow and her bow.
That's right. Now, another cool thing about this is that they all have their blasters in their holsters too, which I thought that was really cool. And again, the base just looks really, really good, and so does the actual statue. Now, something I love about these statues with Ironstudios, that even though these are 1/10 of smaller scale, they pack a lot of details for being so small, and they do a really good job with it. And the price point is absolutely affordable, which is pretty cool. Now, let's move on to the Blue Ranger right here in front of the Pink Ranger. Now, the Blue Ranger was Billy, and he had the Triceratops, and he has here his bow, and of course he has his blaster in his holster, and he has his fist up ready for action. Now, Now he's on the corner of the diorama, which is pretty cool. And another thing about this diorama is that they are all spread out equally, so you could go ahead and see all of the display from any angle, and it's just spaced out just right. But Ileana, what can you tell me about the Blue Ranger?
I mean, he looks absolutely amazing, and his weapon is probably absolutely one of my favorites because I think it's amazing.
That's right. His weapon is pretty cool. It has the bow with the both daggers at the end of the bow, and I think that's really cool. And again, he is the Triceratops. So let's go ahead and jump to the other side. Let's go ahead and start with the Yellow Ranger, which is a saber-toothed tiger. Tell me about that one, and what do you like about that one?
I like how she's like carrying her weapons. It looks a good pose. And I love the color on her, especially the yellow. I think she looks amazing.
That's right. Now, she's another corner piece, so she is like the Pink Ranger. She does have the tower there, and she does have both her daggers. She's holding on to them. She was Trini in the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the Yellow Ranger, and she looks cool as well. But again, she's one of the corner pieces, the bigger boxes that it came with, and she's absolutely stunning in her pose and does complement the whole diorama itself as well. Now let's move on to the bottom in front of Trini. Let's go with the Black Ranger, who was the Mastodon, and I love him because he has his battle axe ready and he's right there in the front. Super cool. He was the dancer of the group, the cool guy, right? Huge fan of him as well. But you know, what can you tell me about that one?
I mean, to be honest, I love his axe. His axe is pretty cool, and I mean, he looks amazing, and black looks good on him.
That's right. Now the Black Ranger again, the Mastodon, right? Super cool, man. One of the best Zords, I think, in my opinion, when it came to the Power Rangers. So he's really cool, and he's right there up in the front. Complimentary piece to Billy the Blue Ranger here on the side, which is really cool. Now let's move into the middle. This is the leader of the Power Rangers. This is Jason the Red Ranger, known as a Tyrannosaurus Rex, and he has his Power Ranger sword, and he's leading the front and leading the Power Rangers to action. One of the coolest Power Rangers, one of the fan favorites. There he is in the front. And Ileana, what can you tell me about that one?
I mean, I love his sword. His sword is really nice. It's probably better than all the weapons that the Power Rangers have, but he looks really cool.
Yeah, man, he looks really good. Again, he's in the front. He is the leader. He's one of the fan favorites. Again, that's Jason, the Red Ranger, the Tyrannosaurus Rex. Now let's move up to the front two, or the back two middle Power Rangers. My favorite, the same character played both the Rangers. Let's start with the Green Ranger, Tommy Oliver. My favorite Power Ranger. I absolutely love him. It's Ileana's favorite Power Ranger. Jason David Frank, God rest your soul. Amazing human being, just passed away not too long ago. Our condolences to the family, but definitely one of the best Power Rangers. He carried the franchise for so many years. Absolutely love this character. The Green Ranger, he does have the dagger, the dragon dagger, which also served as a flute where he would go ahead and call upon the Dragon Zord, one of my favorite Zords, and I absolutely loved him. Again, the Green Ranger, Tommy Oliver, who came later on into the franchise, and he was just a cool fan favorite. Ileana, what can you tell me about him?
I love the green. I love how he's holding his weapon. I mean, he was a really, really great Power Ranger, and I love him.
That's right. Now he does have the gold armor on his chest, and man, he was just badass. I absolutely love Tommy Oliver, the Green Ranger. Of course, he had the Dragon Zord, and I loved the flute. Loved everything about him. Now he's in the middle, up in center. I love that. And now later on in the series, he did turn into the White Ranger, which had the white tiger. Here he is up on the top, and he does have Saba right here, which is the dagger with the tiger head on it, and he looks cool too. That's pretty cool because in the comics now, the Green Ranger was a different character, so now the White Ranger was Tommy Oliver, and that's pretty cool that you see both of them here. But in the series, Tommy Oliver was the same character, so he went from the Green Ranger to the White Ranger, and he did have the Tiger Zord, which was really cool. But here he is up here. Ileana, what do you tell me about him?
I love this weapon once again. I love the gold and the black on him. I think it's really cool.
Yeah, absolutely amazing. I love that they have the two Rangers up in the top, or our two favorite up in the top, that had to do with Tommy Oliver aka Jason David Frank. I absolutely love that. But again, the poses here are good because they're nice and spaced out. You could see them on display from any angle. They're not like overcrowding each other. And just they did a really good job with the technology and everything behind this and how they set it up, like every angle. I mean, everything they did with this is really, really good. Now, I didn't have any doubts going into this, but man, this was really impressed me the minute we started opening them up and putting them together. Again, for it being such a small scale, I think they did an amazing job with the scopes and the colors. And when the diorama got put together, man, it just came out really, really good. Now, let's talk about the last statue that we have here, and it is Zordon. And man, I do have to say, I thought the Green Ranger was gonna be my favorite piece from here, but it's not. It's actually Zordon, and I'm gonna tell you why. So it's so difficult to replicate what Zordon was in the series. Zordon was basically a floating head in an inner tube, right? And that's exactly what they did. Now, the added touch to this statue is that they lit it up, and it looks absolutely stunning lit up, and it just stands out. They just killed it. They nailed it. This actually looks like Zordon straight out of the series. And again, it's just a floating head, but the details and the color applications they picked were absolutely amazing. And the glass is frosted, and again, it has the light up feature. So out of all these statues here, Zordon has to be my favorite because that was probably the hardest to replicate, and they hit the ball out the park with that one. Ileana, what can you tell me about that one?
It's really amazing that there's lights in there, and it looks like he's floating. I love the colors on him. I mean, it has to be one of my favorites too.
That's right. Absolutely stunning job. I think they absolutely nailed it. Kudos to the Ironstudios team. If you're a Power Rangers fan, you absolutely have to get this entire diorama set, collect them all to create what we have here. Now, we did partner up with Ironstudios, so we're excited about that, and we're totally grateful for them sending us this for the 30th anniversary of the Power Rangers and for Autism Awareness Month. This has to be one of the biggest episodes we have had on Toy Quest 101, that Geek Statue Show. Now, if you're a fan, guys, remember, we have an offer for you guys. Use Toy 101 at checkout for any in-stock items, and you can get a discount on all of these guys right here for you to own right directly from Ironstudios websites. We're gonna have all the link in the bio of the video for you guys to get, but as well, let us know, what do you think? Who was your favorite Ranger when you were growing up? What do you think about diorama? Are you gonna go ahead and purchase these separately, or are you gonna try to collect them all to form this amazing diorama here? Let us know in the comments below what you guys think. Remember, smash that like button, subscribe, and share this. But Ileana, why don't you tell everybody where they can find us?
You can find us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and TikTok.
And don't forget to subscribe to Toy Quest 101. We'll see you on another episode. Bye, guys.
Bye.